You know what? I could sit here and tell you that Tottenham wants revenge. And to do that, they're going to play us in the Champions League, in the first game of the Champions League, in fact. But I'm not going to, because that's not the most important part of this episode. As you guys remember, I was complaining all of last episode how, oh no, we lost the game against Chelsea because I don't have a ball-winning midfielder. And of course, initially, when I thought of world-class midfielder, I was like, ooh, Moises Caicedo. Maybe if I sign this guy, he can play an incredibly high role for us and destroy teams. And then I went, you know what? That's not good enough. He's not going to be the best ball-winning midfielder. Yeah, he's good, but he's no Eric Martel. Yeah, because he's a bit better. Well, technically, the reason why I didn't sign Moises Caicedo is because he is only an Ecuador national, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain in my ass for bringing him into the squad. Obviously, foreign rules still apply. So, what's the point of this little conversation? Well, I've signed a perfect player for a very, very small and very reasonable fee that is going to solve all our problems in ball-winning midfielder position. And that person is Castello Luqueba. Yes, the world-class center-back that is going to be the solution to my ball-winning midfielder problems. What the hell is going on? But anyways, you know, look, I promised you a reasonable fee. What is that reasonable fee, you may ask? How much? I spent 100 million on a brand new player in Partizan. Hi guys, MrSpaceman reporting for duty, and welcome back to me finally spending some cash. We are no longer a team that spends no cash. We are a team that spends 96 million for a player of very, very, very good current ability, but who doesn't really resolve an issue that I currently have in the squad. And technically there is a thought process there, because I think this guy is probably one of the best center backs in the world right now, despite the fact that he doesn't get into the starting lineup. But comparing him to William Saliba, who's arguably the best center back in the world right now, Luqueba is not that bad, especially taking into account that his vision is incredible. Well, first of all, he just lost his face, which is weird. I'll bring it back for the next episode. What happened? We just literally had him a second ago. But the top second thing is that this guy is stupidly good. And the logic behind signing him is I'll bring him into a center back position, potentially train him to be a midfielder, ball-winning midfielder, because he can be that. But more importantly, he is a big game player. He is consistent. He doesn't have injury proneness, and he can do whatever the hell he wants and be an awesome player in the squad. And to cope with this, I am training Gilson as well to play in the ball-winning midfielder position. I think both of them potentially can replace each other, but looking at the way that the polygon is for Gilson, he kind of looks a little bit more like a ball-winning midfielder to me. I don't know why. Maybe because his mentals are a bit like this and because he's a bit flattened. But the fact that Luqueba is so good in this position already, I kind of will train both of them to be the players that I want to be. It will be a very good addition to my squad to have either Castello Luqueba be a ball-winning midfielder in this case, or he will be the center back alongside Zabarni. And now he has a face again. Thank you, FM. And with that out of the way, we still somehow make a transfer profit. Yes, we signed a player for 96 million, but we still make a whopping 89 million profit. That is insane. I am extremely happy with this. Did we sell anyone else? The answer may shock you, but no, not really. Apart from Darko Jevetic, actually. Yeah, I sold one guy. Like I said, we're taking on Tottenham today. They want their revenge story, and they want it badly. But now we have an amazing ball-playing defender who can play in the midfield, which is something I'm super excited for. And after their loss in the Champions League last year, Tottenham have done absolutely nothing. They've brought back Andreas Christensen back to London, a 33-year-old Andreas Christensen, and they've brought in Wilson Espinoza, who looks kind of okay. And then they've sent him off on loan straight away. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Tottenham being Tottenham, I guess, and their squad is going to be slightly aging and slightly not in the best of form, whilst we are on the up and up. In other news, we've had some great games since the unfortunate loss to Chelsea. We beat Radnik 6-1 with goals from Milovanovic, Martel, Estevao, Shikaev with a double, and Lachlan Deans on the score sheet. Vozdovac was dispatched 1-0 with Shikaev once again on the score sheet. The man is slowly starting to be the player that I kind of dreamed him to be. Mladost was quite a good result as well, 4-1. Zabarni, Estevao, Deans, and Teklak. 6-0 against Železničar, with a funny thing that has happened. Ederson has scored 2 goals from penalties. That is hilarious. There was also a call for a penalty that wasn't given, and he wasn't a hat-trick, and I was quite sad. But yeah, 2 goals from Ederson. 6-3 against OFK Beograd, which was quite unexpected, with Ederson having a really bad game. He was probably celebrating a little bit too much in the previous game, but Lachlan Deans is on the score sheet, Bolaños is on the score sheet, and Bevan back-to-back goals as well. And India was dispatched 6-1 with a goal from Lucas Gabriel. All our keepers are scoring. That's hilarious. They're continuing the, I guess, what's the right word? The heritage of Hudikov. Every keeper is going to be able to score a goal, and it's actually hilarious. I want them to be in the top scorers next year, because that's going to be something that I would love to see. Unfortunately, our strikers score stupid amounts of goals, and one of those strikers is Saldana, and the other one is Lachlan Deans, who's actually moved up as a trequartista. This guy's good. Right, for today's episode, we are obviously taking on Tottenham, and most importantly, we're taking on Manchester City. So we're having 2 huge games today, and I'm quite excited to show you the new starting lineup, because it will now have Lukeba, Zabarni, Barco, and Taklak as the back four, with a new Ederson as well, which is absolutely incredible. And the midfield is kind of pretty much, you know, the same. Martel, Villagra, Serenic, Deans, Milovanovic, and Vivieros. Anything of note to mention? Probably the only fact that I could say that maybe the fact that Brodanovic is a little bit annoyed that I'm not playing him, which, to be fair, kind of makes sense. This guy is pretty good and he doesn't get as much game time because Serenic and Deans are awesome. And another thing of note is that you won't be able to see, but Chikayev is wanted by United and Tottenham. I mean, his potential ability is good. He hasn't developed yet into what I want to see from him, but apparently he's already a good player for most Super League squad. If I could have just loaned him out and maybe gotten his nationality. Oh no, he's awaiting. Okay, cool. That is great. That's going to be something that we're going to be looking forward to, so I can actually play him instead of worrying about nationalities. Hopefully he doesn't go. I think he's quite good. I rate him a little bit. His vision is going up, which is something I want to see. And weirdly enough, he's scoring goals despite the fact he's not playing many games. This is the starting lineup. We're taking on Tottenham. I'm excited. You're excited. And let's all together join hands to stop Tottenham from getting the revenge on losing the Champions League final against me. I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys think of our new signing. Is he worth 100 million? It's for you to decide. We're going to have 2 games for you, like I said before, so it's going to be good for you to kind of look and see, is this a player worth of 100 million? I think so, just in terms of stats, in terms of everything else. He is a 100 million player. And also, I think he started with like an 8.74 average rating, which is stupid. But enough of this. We have a revenge story to go through. Hopefully, in this case, we just pile on more misery on Tottenham fans and beat them. But we are playing at White Hart Lane, which is quite a nice stadium. To be fair, I've been there for a game, I think, and I've been there for a concert as well. Yeah, it's a lovely place. I think both teams have forgot their shooting boots or forgotten the fact they're playing football, because nothing has happened of note, despite the fact they've had shots and shots on target. But he had to open his mouth, then he has Madison, intercepts a play from Ederson, hits our defender, appeals for handball, no appeals for handball. Martel, Pedro Porro is going to run and have a shot. Pedro Porro hits a crossbar, and there's an offside position there somewhere. Sarri's offside. Okay, first alarm bells for us, because we haven't had a single shot yet. We had all the possession. I wonder if we're just not retaining the ball in the midfield at all. Maybe we do need an advanced playmaker. Maybe we do take off Deans of Trequartista and maybe create something new. And maybe, most importantly, we need to start thinking that Milovanovic is not a Trequartista. There we go. Set him like this. And potentially like this on attack. Maybe support. You know, be nice to him. Advanced playmaker on support. But so far, everyone's playing okay apart from our front two, which is always something that happens. It never seems to work. So we're going to have to adjust a little bit. Maybe we can kind of push in maybe a bit more direct. Trying to go for that a bit more. Maybe, I don't even know, play some crosses at this rate, work into the box, that sort of stuff. Or maybe just, yeah, that should be good enough. We have 2 good wing backs, but they're not really pushing up. So yeah, let's see what the second half brings. I mean, so far it's a little bit boring. No offense to Tottenham fans and no offense to Partizan fans, I guess, and their players. But this is not a Champions League level game. Nothing has happened. And once again, I say this when they are attacking because I hate myself. Kulusevski with some time on the ball. Pedro Porro cutting it inside. Passes the ball over Villagra, which is hilarious. And James Maddison. The man was like 65 years old, takes a shot, and Ederson did not expect that to fly in. I think no one expected it to fly in. But this game is going to be one of those where just something flies in and then both teams kind of relax and shoot. That was a good shot, but Ederson should have done a bit better. Well, we do have a highlight straight away, although it is in our half once again. Castello Jr. is going to bring the ball back. Not the most interesting, I guess, display from him so far, but he's a center back. What can you say? We do need to think about potentially getting rid of playing the ball from the back as Oscar counters, and thankfully Ederson comes back, and I think this is good for me to kind of get rid of playing out of defense. They press us a lot, so let's do this. Let's just push them out. Enough of this playing from the back. Villagra and Martel cannot handle because they are outnumbered. We finally have a chance of our own as Lucky Dean steps up, and he of course puts the ball into the hands of Vicario. So there we go, you get one highlight from Partizan today, and it's not even that exciting. All our players are quite sad that they're not doing good as Milovanovic. That's your chance. Vivieros, that's your chance. And that's a world-class keeper of Vicario. Makes a match-winning save. We did everything correct, and yet it wasn't enough. No freaking way. Will this mean that the tides have turned? They've made one mistake. Hopefully we press them a little bit more and they will tumble and fumble as Lukeba wins the ball, but it bounces away from him, which is typical. Barco gets nutmegged, and Ederson with strong hand stops us from going 2-0 down. And it's time for me to go back to positive. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that I mentioned, I will move back to balance because I was thinking I don't want to get countered by Tottenham. And I guess we got countered by Tottenham, so it doesn't matter anyways. But Ederson collects again. He woke up after that missed shot, and both teams have kind of woken up. This is more entertaining. This is more what I want. But Lucky Deans is playing like trash, so I'm going to put on Esteval on the wing, keep him on as this kind of attacking playmaker, and I'm going to actually put Julio and Ciso on the left-hand side, and I think as well I'm going to take off Vivieros and I'm going to put Bolaños on instead for some pace. Hopefully these players can actually do something because we have 2 more subs, and there's probably going to be Martel and it's probably going to be Taklak, so we need to be worried there for that. We need to chase. There's 10 more minutes left and I'm ready to pull my last 2 players onto the pitch. We need to press Schurz. He's made one mistake. Can he do another? The answer is no, he can't. But Kulusevski once again finds so much time down this left-hand side. He is literally bullying poor Barco, and I'm surprised that his rating is 6.9 as Owen runs down the middle and he doesn't care. He disrespects my back 4 and smashes the ball past Ederson, and we are outplayed completely by a very surprisingly stubborn Tottenham side. The way they played against us was, you know, I guess a precursor of quite boring stuff for this game, and unfortunately it was just meant nothing. That's the second game in a row we're losing to Tottenham, well, to London teams, which is not good. And I don't know if there's anything we can do right now to make a change. Is it time for me already to start tweaking my tactics? Why and how is this a thing that happens to us so early on in the season? Every time we start the Champions League, we always fumble. Does this mean we need another tactical rethink? I don't know. I don't even know on this rate. I don't want to concede a third. Please, for the love of God. We have been playing well. We had that one chance that we didn't take. It could have been 1-1. It could have been a totally different game. And unfortunately, it ends like this as Sar finds a chance. Monero clears, and we are backs to the wall defending. This is awful as Oscar. Oh boy. Just the disappointment of what's happening is too great for me to bear. I am really, really unhappy. But Milovanovic can bring it back. He squares it again to Bolaños, and this time Bolaños is there. He finds another Colombian, and that Colombian brings it back to 2-1, and instantly. This game is interesting. I was going to say we have not shown up, and Milovanovic has finally, I guess, jumped on the second mistake from Schurz. He did everything right the first time. He did everything right the second time. But this time, it is a finish. 2-1. Very attacking we're going. Can we steal a game at the end? That will be magical. We have 5 minutes added. We are going all attack here. Encourage the boys. Will it be anything? Will it give me anything? It won't. It's all over. That last little bit was just Tottenham falling asleep at the wheel. And unfortunately, we reversed the scoreline of the final. But yet, we lose 2-1. My sister will be happy. Well, Tottenham grab a deserved win, and the player of the match goes to James Maddison. I am disappointed. I am extremely disappointed in this game, but we always start the Champions League slowly, and then we kind of start catching up. I mean, we have a game against City in a moment. We're playing Young Boys, we're playing Real Sebastian, we're playing Genoa, we're playing Ajax, Club Brugge, and Milan. So we do have some good draws, and I think City and Tottenham are the 2 worst games to play so early on because we don't have momentum in Europe, unfortunately. Okay, so for the game against City, we've learned from our mistakes a little bit, And we are going to make some changes. First of all, Gilson, go away. I don't like you. You're kind of annoying me right now. But we have made a change. We're going to line up like this. We're still going with 4 Trequartistas because I am insane and I like to have something silly. It worked that one time and I'm going to stick with it until it stops working. However, we've moved to a 4-2-3-1 with this kind of rotation format here, with Milovanovic ending up on the left-hand side, Deans in the middle, and Brdanovic on the right, with Vieros leading the line. Apart from that, the only change is that Villagra is a deep-lying playmaker on defend. Hopefully that way he can actually play the ball into the front 4. And most importantly, he will defend as well, because I need someone to kind of help these guys out a bit with dropping down and getting the balls passed to. And at the same time, we just need to get the ball to our front 4. We're playing at home this time, so hopefully that's going to be good. I'm excited. You're excited. But you know who's not excited? Saldania. Because Saldania is out for 4 to 6 weeks with broken ribs. Alright, it's the Ederson derby. There are so many plot lines today. We have the $100 million player. We had the revenge story against Tottenham. And we're having the revenge story of Ederson facing off Anatoly Trubin. Their squad looks absolutely insane. They have Trubin, they have Rico Lewis, Robin Diaz, Callum Doyle playing at the back. Interesting. Josko Guardiol, Rodri, Gallagher, Archie Gray has joined them, Andrew Silva, some guy called Alexandra, and Erling Haaland. And their bench looks quite decent with Taylor Adams there, Billy Gilmore, and some very strange names. City is crazy, but I don't know, man. I don't have that much faith. We're taking on Luis Enrique. I think we've knocked him out last time as a PSG manager, and he's gone and got himself promoted to be a City manager. Not bad. Right, let's send our boys out. Can they do well against this City team? We have dropped down. We've learned that our midfield 3 does not work, or midfield 2 does not work. So we're dropping in to have 3 players in the midfield. One of them is a Trequartista, so I don't know if it matters. Anyways, they're going to line up in a 4-1-4-1, which, as you can see, is exciting. You know, Pep is gone. There's no crazy formations there. Maybe I'm the new Pep. But it's our stadium here, and I've heard, by the way, I've heard you guys comment that I should stay until we get a new season. I'm contemplating, because technically FM comes out in November, most likely. So that could be a long time for a new kind of game to come out. I'm thinking about it. Okay, we start well with Teklak. Cross straight away. Rodrigo gets to it. Eric Martel, no overhead kick this time. But Vivieros gets the ball. There's a deflection in there somewhere. And Anatoly Trubin is telling all his defenders what he thinks of them. And what he thinks of them is not nice words that should not be translated onto a YouTube video, because I will get demonetized. But a beautiful play. We are ready to react from the second ball. Martel brings it down to Vivieros. It hits, I think, Josko Guardiol, or no, it hits Alexandra, and it goes in. First minute, 1-0. Hell yeah. As the highlight continues, and I am slightly worried as Rodrigo finds some time on the ball, finds Bernardo Silva, and he's going to run at everyone. There's only Bernardo Silva, Haaland, and whoever that player is. Will it be enough? The answer is no, as Ederson remembers training sessions against Haaland, and he tells him that, no, son, get back to the training ground. You don't scare me. City with a free kick. Haaland will step over it. I didn't realize Haaland takes free kicks. Why does Haaland take free kicks? Oh, that's why. Because he wanted to break Ederson's arms for saving that one-on-one a while ago. Okay. They have a corner. So many corners for City, and we need to worry about marking it. Are our set pieces okay? The answer is yes. Trubin will play it out from the back. Not a bad start from us, but City have kind of bitten back with lots of pressure and time on the ball as Conor Gallagher runs away from, I think, Eric Martel and finds Bernardo Silva on the left-hand side, who is incredibly well, and apparently he's also fast, because Barco could not stop him, but Milovanovic can, weirdly enough, as the Trequartista decides to drop all the way down, and Brdanovic loses the ball. Callum Doyle, though, on the left-hand side, playing as a left back, I think, or left centre-back, I'm not really sure. Archie Gray finds Haaland, takes a beautiful touch, hits everyone, and it hits Costello Jr., and the first battle between the best centre-back in the world and the best striker in the world goes 1-0. Frickin' Erling Haaland. Could we have done anything? Could we have done anything? Archie Gray makes a run down the middle, and we couldn't do anything. It's not really his fault, okay? It hit Zabarny, who has fallen off to be the second best centre-back in the team, which is stupid. Apparently, there's an offside call there, but... Ooh! That's an offside... Wait, City is blue, right? I saw his leg over the line. What's going on? Are we robbed? This is awful. City once again play out from the back, and I'm still not over the fact that I thought the ball or the ref or the VAR has kind of screwed us over. That looked like Haaland was over the line of, I guess, the defensive line, which obviously means it's an offside, so that's annoying. Ruben Diaz finds Rodrigo, who finds Villagra. Weird thing that's happened. City have lost the ball in their own half. Viveiros makes a run. Viveiros makes a finish. And this time, the ref gives another chance for an offside. And of course, this one's going to be disallowed because it was too beautiful to be left alone. What will Daniel Orsato say? He will say it's an offside position. Man, I swear, you're going to draw the lines and it's going to be like this close. Like, it's going to be absolutely fine. How bad was it? Oh, see, okay, no, see, this one's clear, okay. But the other one wasn't. Villagra finds some time on the ball. He's on a yellow, so he needs to worry a little bit. But Villagra kind of is, I don't know, man. I feel like potentially if a huge offer comes in for him, I need to consider it because he is starting to kind of piss me off just a smidge. He's playing in a deep line playmaker position, but he's not playmaking. He's not defending whilst he has the stats for it. Brdanovic, can you find your chance? He can't, Brdanovic. This is why I don't play you, son. Man, you're so close to Enciso taking your position for the rest of your life. I am so fed up. He's asked for a chance to play some games, and I'm giving him some chances, but unfortunately, it's not going well for him, as we do have a corner. Zabarny gets to it. Can you find someone in the middle? Barco, Milovanovic is there, and we're poachers in the box. We can only score goals if it's a random deflection somewhere. Let's freaking go. Absolutely incredible scenes. Oh my god, man. The things we have to worry about, we're so stressed. We're so stressed. Can I have a chill game, please, for a change? Just one chill game, I beg you. But a beautiful play, like I said. Absolutely amazing. Zabarny finds literally no one. The ball bounces around and Milovanovic scores. Okay, so far so good. We're playing extremely well. We're getting possession back. But most importantly, our XG and shots are good. So nothing is going to be changed at halftime for a change. I'm going to tell the players they're doing well, but I think they can do a little bit better. And with that out of the way, let's send them out. Is this going to be the shout? Do we play in a 4-2-3-1 with 4 Chocotistas? Is this a new format that we have come up with? Man, we keep tweaking. We might as well be Ranieri. We might as well be Ranieri at this rate. As the ball comes in again, and Trubin gets to it. Ball's bouncing in, almost. And yet it doesn't. I'm so tired of like doing the hand on my head shoulders because so many chances are going everywhere. Viveiros putting across. The ball goes in. We are cooking. Ruben Diaz makes a mistake. Trubin makes a mistake. Everyone makes a mistake. I can't believe Tottenham beat us. I can't believe Tottenham beat us. What the hell? What happened here? Corner taken quickly, or free kick taken quickly. Viveiros puts in a cross, and Ruben Diaz scores. Vamos! Okay, let's not get too carried away as Haaland has his own free kick. He's going to do a little chicken dance, and then he's going to slot it in the top right corner. Look at this. No, he passes it to Bernardo. Why is Haaland taking free kicks? I don't understand what's going on as Archie Gray finds some time on the ball, and Ederson, the world-class keeper, has remembered that he is in fact a world-class keeper. He probably saw City and just thinks, oh, it's a nice little training match. I'm happy with this. Absolutely amazing. Conor Gallagher, cross in. Brdanovic gets to it. Teklak, be calm. He isn't. He just launches it back to Bernardo. And hopefully this means they've gone too far out to create anything. We still have players back in the box, and we are slowly pressuring them out. Alexandra will create nothing. This is crazy. Everyone apart from my £100 million player is on a green rating. He's gone back up from 6.5 to 6.7, which is exciting. So with that out of the way, I am going to make one final sub. I am going to put Andres Beas on, just to give himself some running around. I'm going to put Enciso and Serenic on. And I'm also going to swap them around first. And I'm going to give Teklak a break and put on Cesar Agustino, keeping the extra sub as a backup, and see what can happen. Look at this. No many green players. What happened? We had so many greens and now none. That's how subs work, isn't it? Right, last few minutes in. There is almost no time left. I'm not even going to make one final sub. I don't care, because we beat City 3-1. What a crazy day. We lost to Tottenham and we beat City in such convincing manner. 2.66 XG. Absolutely insane. We dominated and we smashed them. Guys, I think I found the new meta. Yeah, I say that before we get absolutely destroyed in the next game and I have to change it up. But we managed to beat City 3-1. Finally, an attendance that maxes our stadium, which is absolutely awesome. 30,000 almost. I am extremely happy. We got some money as well along the way. Absolutely great. And I think this tactic potentially is the new version of what we need to do. I feel like every time you tweak a tactic slightly, you get better results, because if you stagnate, teams get used to it. But yeah, that's enough for us here. We've managed to get 3 points out of 6. Yes, we played a tough Tottenham team and we played a tough City team. So that's quite good. So I think in the next game, what I'm going to do is probably play Crvena Zvezda and Young Boys. But that way I can kind of, give you a nice little game as well. And it's also good to play Crvena Zvezda. And then obviously I'll leave some Champions League games later down the line. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do we rate Castello Luqueba? He's played 2 games today and he's done okay, I guess. He got a 7.9 in the Čukarički game, which you guys didn't see. He's gone a 6.7 against Tottenham, and he's got a 6.8 against City. So tell me what you think. Is he 100 million worth? And should I train him to be a ball-winning midfielder? Anyways, I am really excited for this guy. I'm really excited for the future. We can now sign players for 100 million. And with that out of the way, Champions League starting okay. And I'll see you guys in the next game when we take on Crvena Zvezda and Young Boys. Bye, guys.